Hi, and welcome to PG6's channel. We're trying out some new stuff today. First off, I'm filming this on an iPhone, so this is a big experiment. If the quality totally sucks or some shit like that, don't blame me. Anyway, this is going to be kind of a video response to Never Enough Ammo, who thinks that basically there are no good investments in firearms. I call bullshit. Okay, at least that's what I got out of his little video. You don't buy a gun and expect it to go up. You find someone trying to sell something who either doesn't know what they have or just needs the money, and you buy it cheaper than you can buy it elsewhere. Every gun on this table was bought that way. I'm going to go through some prices of things I paid on some of these and kind of how I got them. Some of these were bought, off the internet basically just because I saw them cheap. Others were bought off arms list, others were bought at gun shows. But okay, let's start. Glock. This is a Glock 19. This is the NibX Glock nickel boron extreme coated Glock. I paid $500 for this. New from Glock, they're about $600. Okay, so I saved about $100, and I could sell this pretty easily for $600 at a gun show whenever I wanted to. That's an investment. Okay, that's $100 in the bank right there. Not to mention the fact that the price on those could go up over time. Probably won't, but could. The 870, I spent $200 on that. I was on arms list. I was looking for one to kind of make into a retro police type shotgun. It was a fully functional 870 when I bought it though for $200. And it's a 870 Express Magnum, which means it's worth a little bit more. Because of the Magnum rating on the receiver. So that gun's probably worth about $300, $325. You can't buy one new for less than probably $350. So there's another $100 pretty easy. The SKS. That's a Russian SKS. It's a Tula 1950. Found that at a gun show, and this is a tactic I employ a lot. I wait for a bad gun show where no one has sold anything, and then I go around to all the dealers and offer, cheap prices on their guns and see who bites, who needs the gas money to go home. That may seem a little shady to some of you, but that's how you get stuff cheap. If you want to get stuff cheap, you're going to have to be a little underhanded. I offered him $250 for the Russian SKS that he had marked at $5.25, and we ended up settling at $3 because he needed gas money to go home, and he only had $300 in the gun. Yeah, I could go sell this right now at any gun show pretty much for $500. It's pretty easy sell at that these days, at least where I live. Above it is a M44 Mosin Nagant. I found that in a local pawn shop. $150. I could sell that for probably $250, $300 pretty easy. Probably won't because I actually love that little gun. The Mosin carbines are pretty sweet. And the Mosin above it is a PU Sniper. I actually bought that off AIM Surplus for $550. That is a true investment. It is a real PU Sniper. The ones they're selling now are real deal PU Snipers with real scopes. They're ones that have been cleaned up a little bit and then repackaged and had a sticker put on the box that says hunting carbine, and then sold to countries like the Ukraine and Turkey and places like that. But AIM Surplus managed to get a hold of a bunch of them, and they are legitimate PU snipers. They just have a sticker on a box that says hunting carbine. I bought the little scope caps for it because it didn't come with that, and I bought the sling, which that's actually a repop sling, and I hate it. Just came in the mail today, and I don't know. It doesn't look right. I have to buy a real sling for it and probably throw that one away. I don't know, like just mail it to a friend or something if they want it. Anyway, um, that's a true investment because that gun right now, I could go throw on a gun show table for more than what I paid for it if I ever wanted to. And if I wait a little bit, once they stop importing those again, that's going to be $1,000 plus gun. Okay. Behind that, let's move up. We have an AR and an M14. Now, before you start going, oh, he paid such and such for that. That is a Colt H-bar, pre-band green label, and that is a Polytech almost said SKS, a Polytech M14. Based on that, what do you think I paid for those? Think of it to yourself. The Colt H-bar is new in the box, unfired. I bought that yesterday for $1,000 on Arms List. That blue book's at $2,200. I could probably sell it for around $1,800. Fast. The M14 I also bought on Arms List. It was $700. I installed there you go. I installed the USGI flash hider on it and put some new springs in it and checked the headspace, and I'm going to have the bolt Rockwell tested, see if I need to do anything else to it. But as of now, I dumped maybe $100 into the gun and springs and parts and whatnot, and it is $1,100-$1,200 pretty easy with those USGI parts in it. For $800 I have invested. Okay, there are ways to invest in firearms, but you don't go to your local gun store and find yourself a new Colt 6920 and go, I'm going to buy that as an investment. No, that's for suckers. Don't do that. Let's drop back. Arms List, gun shows, garage sales, pawn shops. These are the places you should look. And don't go there thinking, I'm going to buy X. You look at what they have for a good price. It's a good deal for you, and you buy accordingly. You don't plan on buying whatever. I mean, you can plan on buying something like a Mosin, because you'll probably find those cheap. Or you can plan on buying a Glock of some sort. But don't go in there going, I'm going to buy a BCM tactical carbine. I'm going to buy a Springfield Armory M1A. The people who do that are suckers, and they get ripped off. Because that gun shop, at least most gun shops, when they have stuff like that sitting on the shelf, it's not at a good price. Sometimes you get a good gun shop and it'll be at a good price, but usually it's at least priced 3% over MSRP. And the reason they do that is to account for credit cards. And they want to get the most out of that gun they can. In my area, there are some good gun shops I go to that do have reasonable prices on new guns. In general, new guns are a waste of time and money. The used kind of flavor of firearms, that's where the money's at least in my opinion. Anyway, I hope this helps any of you planning on investing in firearms, about what to buy, what to look for. Basic principles of it are, find someone who needs to sell something. Offer them more than what other people, like a gun shop or a pawn shop, would offer, but less than what the gun is actually worth. And then have the cash to buy it, of course. And really, Arms List has changed the game in a lot of ways. I do a lot of stuff on Arms List. I really still love gun shows, but the gun show is dying. Because all of the people that used to walk their guns around at gun shows and take really reasonable rates for them, are going away. And they are all becoming arms listers who expect damn good money out of their guns. Occasionally you still find dumb motherfuckers on arms list, like the one who sold me those two, and the 870 there, and that Glock even, which you can't see my finger over there. Anyway, you find people like that who don't know the game, I guess. The only bad side about arms list is that now everybody, goes, well, I can't pay that for that. I can't make any money off that. That's not my concern. I get messages on arms list all the time, shit like that, and I'm like, I usually send back a very venomous email saying to basically go fuck off because I'm not looking to sell to somebody who's going to resell it. So I'm probably shooting myself in the foot here by making this message out there for all of you guys who aren't like that. But, anyone who watches this channel I consider my friends, and you should know that you are a sucker if you're buying new guns, or if you're buying from dealers at gun shows, the private dealers. You can find stuff the same way they find stuff, and get it as cheap as they do. That's the basic principle of this. So you guys have a good night. Don't forget to thumbs up the video and tell me what you think of the iPhone thing. See you.